request for emergency debates. The honourable member for Timmins-James Bay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There is a scandal, an international scandal occurring in the First Nations communities, and the world is shocked by the tragedy in northern communities and is calling on the Government of Canada to take action. Therefore, I call for an urgency debate in response to the tragedy, because it's not just a tragedy in Attawapiskat, but for all Aboriginal communities across the country.
The crisis in Attawapiskat has gathered world attention, and people are looking to this Parliament to explain the lack of hope that's not just in Attawapiskat, but in so many Indigenous communities. And they're looking to us in this new Parliament to offer change. I'm asking for this emergency debate because we do not have the opportunity in this session of Parliament through Opposition Day motions to raise this. We have raised individual questions in the House of Commons. However, it's not sufficient to be able to address the lack of mental health services, police services, community supports that are in so many of the communities. It's also, question period is not sufficient for Parliament to talk about how we can actually build a national response working with Indigenous youth and families and leaders to actually bring a hopeful solution. I want to say, Mr. Speaker, in closing, the Prime Minister called the situation in Attawapiskat heartbreaking. But it is up to us as parliamentarians to turn this into a moment of hope-making. That's why I'm asking my colleagues to work with me, to work together, to discuss this issue tonight and start to lay a path forward to give the hope to the children of our northern and all of the Indigenous communities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I thank the honourable member for Timmins-James Bay for this request for an emergency debate. I note the gravity of this situation, and I believe this does meet the exigencies of the standing order. I therefore grant an emergency debate for this evening.